For the land of the free.
Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports Camp. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Anthony in at small forward. And for the Nets, we've got Harden. He's out there with Kyrie Irving. Harris is out there with Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the 4. Now, here's Nurkic. Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Nurkic. Indoors tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out.
So the Portland Trailblazers up on the board, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And Lillard throws it down.
Almost unstoppable. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now, here is Harden. About a minute played so far here in the first. Back to Harris. Fires for 3. Rebound Nets. Jordan the pass to Irving. Over McCollum. They get it back. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here's Portland. Here's Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Good work defensively by Harden.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State. A small became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Lillard against Harden. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Call him against Irving. And Jordan sends it back.
The DJ twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
Harris outside. Irving for 3. That one no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And think career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And Anthony gets it to go.
You know, guys, looking at Miller's much better three-point shooter in the latter stages of his career.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now, here is Harden. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
McCollum, no good.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Lillard and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Him spot the open teammate.
Irving from long range. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
But we're about 3.5 minutes in. To the paint. Here's Claxton. They can't stop the run with that one. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. And a new group in for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Was Claxton. Durant's checked in for Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantry checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
You know, Mark gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made.
Now, here is Irving. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Boy, that's Kyrie right there. He draws so much defensive attention with him, but this guy able to take contact so well for his size.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game right now. The Nets making a switch here. Luwawu's checked in. Harry Giles is checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Powell. 1:09 left in the first quarter of the game. Passes it to Cantor. Here's Giles. Guarded by KD. The shot's good from Cantor.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've good looks.
Left side, Irving. His 4th shot, his 4th miss. Still looking for his touch tonight. Here's Powell. Offensive rebound. Pass to Simons. 3. Kicks it out to Jones. And another shot. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
19 seconds. The pass to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Here's Simons. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Trailblazers lead by 10. Naturally a ball-dominant player. James Harden.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What stands out for the Blazers so far in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point.
Boy, what wonderful vision. Kevin Durant with a picture-perfect pass. Woo-hoo.
Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. Powell kicks to Jones. Powell, 6 to shoot. But they recover it. It's Powell on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Powell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now, here is... Now, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality
Lillard outside. Kicks it out to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. from deep. And another three for Portland.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Durant down low. Powell's there. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And a wide open look for McCollum. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
To the middle. Here's Green. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Lillard outside. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Irving's checked in for James Harden. Norkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Durant. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, this is exactly how you want to attack the defense. Kevin Durant accepting the punishment, but refuses to be denied.
Irving against Lillard. Nets trail by 3. Down low. And stolen by Lillard. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Robert Covington. Lillard bounce pass. Now Nurkic. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 17-foot shot on the way. And the basket by McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 5. Irving looking for an opening. Outside Durant. Trying to find Irving. He's got it now. Shoots over Lillard. Here's Jordan. No good. Shot missing. Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers leading by 5. Stolen by Durant. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving against McCollum. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists now in this one. Lillard against Irving. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Outside Irving. 11 feet away, and it's good off the glass. Irving's got 5.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Lillard attacking, and that one is off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle under. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the 4. So that's the Nets 5. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. For the 3. Keeps it alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
The shot's good from Irving.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there. Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
And here's McCollum for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. McCollum's got 5.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Lillard with it. 13 points in the game. Shot from 16. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
Got that one up quick. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Lillard outside. Dishes to Covington. Back to Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Clock at 6. Here's Nurkic. And Portland again with the bucket.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Lillard against Harden. For 3, Harris. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harris has got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Anthony. Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Shoots from the elbow. And it's good for 2. Powell's got his second bucket. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Trailblazers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Pass to Pop. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
Giles checked in for Portland.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Johnson outside. And he uses the glass on the layup. Johnson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
A fearless competitor. 190 pounds of Tyler Johnson, more than willing to take the hit.
It's Powell on the wing. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kevin Durant.
See, the athleticism of Norman Powell is a problem. This guy understands how to get defenders committed to him.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Durant. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's James Harden in for Johnson. On the wing, Harris. Pass to Griffin. A stupendous finish in traffic. And the Nets lead by 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Simons, the pass to Canner. Shoots over Griffin. And we just finished the third quarter as we've got a tight ball game here. Nets lead by 2. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Enes Kanter, Anthony out there with Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. Lillard looking around. Over Johnson. And it's Lillard missing. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. A 2-point game. A shot by Johnson, no good. The Trailblazers shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Lillard with the bucket.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Irving drives in. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
McCollum outside. And the layup is good. McCollum's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Johnson kicks to KD. 3-pointer. Jordan trying to free himself up. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. McCollum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lillard with no one around to take the lead. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kevin Durant.
It's the size of Kanter that makes him a tough matchup, right? He is so good at finding space inside and forcing the defense to foul him.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Johnson dishes to Irving. Banked in off the glass. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's James Harden in for Johnson. And a switch here also for Portland. Covington's checked in.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Here's Irving. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Robert Covington picks one up.
Well, an NBA champion. That's what we can say about Kyrie Irving. This guy embraces the challenges and loves the spotlight.
He hits the second from the line. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here is Lillard. Kicks to McCollum. Yep, that one goes in there. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Pass to Harris. Here's Harden. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Lillard from deep 3-point land sinks the 3-pointer. Lillard's got 24 points.
It's been like this all night for both teams, the offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last. Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Nurkic kicks to Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Harden outside. And Covington sends it back. Lillard, right side. Kept alive.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
To the inside. The kick out to Irving. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. They get it again. Kicks it out to McCollum from outside the arc. That shot no good. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving's got the ball. Traps in the tray.
Man, that is a good one. Kyrie really just comes alive when the game gets tight.
So the Trailblazers win it. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There below is Barton. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And looking at the Nets, they've got Joe Harris. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Irving. And it's Johnson in at the 2 guard. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. The deep 3 from Durant. And Lopez pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up. So maybe just a step too far.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
Irving drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. In these teams, both among the league's better defenses, Brent, with advanced stats and tracking, do you think it's getting easier to measure and quantify what goes into great defenses?
I think there's technology, Kevin, that still needs to come along in order for some of the analytics guys to really truly assess positional defenders and where some of their arms and legs are. That will really help them define how these defenses are impacting some of the offenses and the way they play.
Back to Jordan, over Lopez. And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Johnson. Bucks have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Outside Holiday. Shooting foul, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this, and he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Middleton after the made shot from KD. Back to DiVincenzo. And again, the Bucks miss. Brooklyn trailing. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Well, maybe not the highest of flyers, Durant, but because of his reach, it's so easy for him to win above the rim.
Now here is Holiday. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Holiday against Irving. Over Holiday. And that one goes long.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
Here's KD, and KD throws it down.
And here's the best way to get an earful from your coach. Give Kevin Durant that kind of path to the basket. Wow, discussion to follow.
Now here is Holiday. Lopez outside. Jordan with the rebound.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Here's DiVincenzo. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. DiVincenzo's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Durant against Antetokounmpo. KD's shot is good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
Well, nice to see Jeff Teague get down in there on the inside and come up with the bucket.
Johnson against T. Harden outside. Passes to Claxton. Here's Luwawu. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
On out there with Irving. Then it's Green. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the power forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here is Forbes. He's looking for Portis and finds him. And Griffin sends it back.
Great to see Griffin going hard on the defensive end. Rejections like that are crucial to his development.
It's the Nets now. 4-point game. Outside Irving. Stolen by Tucker. Middleton against Green. Middleton can't get it to go.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Middleton, the pass to Portis. And it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Tucker finds Portis, and it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Griffin. James Harden, he's checked in for Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Connaughton. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Nets trail by 3. Bobbed up there for Green.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Makes it off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 3.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Claxton on the wing drive. Harden surveying the D, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
And the Bucks making a change here. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Holiday with the three. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Brown. Harden's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
So hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket, and it feels like within 8 feet he's going to dunk just about anything.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Rebound, Milwaukee. DiVincenzo with it, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
With the putback, and Griffin stays with it.
Well, Griffin is going to come to the game with a certain attitude, and nights like this where he's going after domination, he can be dangerous.
Now here's Giannis. 8 points for him. He feeds it to Lopez. Griffin with the steal. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Moving it up. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it. The fast break chance from 12 feet out. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 10 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Here's Brown. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Brooklyn shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris is checked in for Green, and it's Johnson in for James Harden. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Giannis, and the dunk by Giannis.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. It's Durant with the... Oh, that was something else!
Yeah, can you add that one to Durant's ongoing highlight reel? Thank you very much.
From deep, Giannis, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And some... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points. And that should do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. P.J. Tucker is out there with Portis. And there's Teague. And it's Nora in at the small forward position. Now here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
I have to admire how relentless Teague is on the drive, as well as how consistent he is at burying those loads.
It's stolen by Teague. And here's the fast break. Goes up, and it's slammed in by Teague.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's Irving, ejected by Teague.
It's great to see Jeff Teague get up for that shot and send it right back.
It's Portis atop the key. Teague against Irving. Teague can't hit. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 4. Irving finds Harris. A three-pointer off the mark.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Tucker the pass to Portis. Here's Forbes, and the layup falls. Forbes has got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's Irving, and yes, it's good. Irving's got 6.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
And Forbes kicks to T. And Jordan sends it back.
If there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots.
It's stolen by T. Fast break, Milwaukee. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Johnson. Now here is Holiday. There's the lob to Portis. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's KD. Banked in off the glass. Now just a 2-point Bucks lead.
Love to watch KD out in transition. Puts a little flair on the finish.
Back to Holiday. DiVincenzo against Harris. DiVincenzo passes to Portis. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. KD can't get it to go. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting here about 46% for the game. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Guarded by Harris. Powered down with both hands.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Irving. Good D by Holiday. Bucks leading by 4. DiVincenzo finds Tucker. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. And Antetokounmpo subbed in for P.J. Tucker.
That's a battle down there. It's one of the reasons Lopez has been in this league for over a decade. Solid effort.
Here's DiVincenzo. He's got 8. 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Just more and more you see these small little plays that give you an idea how much Giannis is assimilating with his offensive game. Angles, passes, and more playmaking.
Harden kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Harden outside. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Green is out there with Johnson. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Brown. And it's Irving at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And the shot goes in. Irving's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Nets.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Teague, the pass to Portis. Teague drives in, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
Well, if you let a player like Jeff Teague get set from behind the arc, he's going to make you pay.
It's stolen by Teague. Fast break, Milwaukee. There's the pass to Tucker. Here's Forbes. And another three for Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Teague against Irving. Over Teague. Irving can't get it to go. And Teague's got the ball here for the Bucks. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Tucker can't get it to go. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter start. Irving drives in. Count that one.
Oh, boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
Teague against Irving. Teague can't hit. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Green, and Green is right there.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Bucks leading by 12. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Teague for 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Nets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down. Jordan's got it back down to within single digits for the Nets.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Johnson dishes to Irving. That shot is off. Great D that time from Teague. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Green. Joe Harris comes in for Brown. And it's James Harden in for Irving. And there it is for him. Harris has got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Here's Giannis. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Nets.
Pass to KD. From deep 3-point range, and the rebound goes to Lopez. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 40% in the fourth. Shot by Middleton, wide open. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
KD looking around. Shot clock at 6. The shot, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. At one point, they led by 16. Holiday with the 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Do you want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And here is Durant. From deep. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Brent Barry.
full strength. We'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for the Nets, Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Luavu in at the shooting guard. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, I tell you what, George has tremendous bounce ability. It's always fun to see him launch and throw it down.
Irving kicks to Harris. Nets passing it around. Durant down low. Leonard's there.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And here's George. There's the triple. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
He was all alone on that one.
The team does a nice job supporting what Kyrie Irving does. I mean, they've got total trust in his ability, so I think they work a lot harder to set him up.
Now, here's George. There's the dish to Morris. No good that time. Jordan with some nice D. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. That's tipped.
How impressive was that? The little fella, Beverly, extending out for the block. Showed us some nice timing for a guy that's not much taller than 6'2".
Here's Irving. Harris kicks to Irving. Wide open look. Here's Jordan. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Durant with the steal. Jordan the pass to KD. The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
George double teamed, and Luawu Cabarro is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Luawu Cabarro. The Clippers also making some changes. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Irving. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Launches a three, and Kyrie Irving gets the three. Irving's got 5 points so far.
It sure was textbook, and Irving is fantastic in the screen roll. A solid decision maker in these sets, and he also can put it in the basket himself if he needs to.
George, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is Irving. 5 points in the game. Over Rondo. Irving misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
So they take the lead.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Here's Irving. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Paul George.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Harris. James Harden comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Kyrie Irving. So it's Brooklyn now after the Clippers pick up 2. Harden finds Johnson. Back to Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Kennard. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. For the Clippers, Mann's checked in, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And, guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
It's Jackson with the drive, inside, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, Cousins was part of the U.S. national team that won gold back in 2016. He said it was always a dream to play for his country, and when he got the chance, he didn't waste it.
27 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Harden outside, passes it to Johnson. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Mann. Great tee that time from Green.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
With 2 seconds left. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers lead by 3. 2K Sports. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, you know, it's a physical game, obviously, but
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Kennard. Batuma's out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Mann in at the 3. Here's Cousins. It's tipped. Rebound, Brooklyn. Pushing it up. Here's Luwawu. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Cousins with the ball. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Cousins has got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Cousins inside. He's covered by Brown. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got his second basket of the night.
Cousins plays inside with an attitude that says, you want to stop me? Give me your best shot.
Brown the pass to KD. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. James Harden, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Tyler Johnson comes in for Brown. That's good from Durant. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one and Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Outside, KD. Jacks up a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Clippers go the other way with it.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
1:57 left in the first half. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
Zubac kicks to Beverly. Kicks it out to Leonard. 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Claxton. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Joe Harris is checked in for Kevin Durant. And Irving subbed in for Johnson. Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. Hondo comes in for Reggie Jackson. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover. Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Outside for Rondo. Harris against Morris. Now the pass to Beverly. 2 free throws come. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Luke Kennard in for Patrick Beverly. And George, here we go. And that one, good. George has got 6 points.
Yeah, nice vision that time displayed by George off the screen and roll.
And Irving launches it from deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at... And that should...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We've got Harris. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. And it's Luwawu in at the shooting guard position. So that's the next spot.
You know, the threat of Irving's drive can open up looks for him from the perimeter. And he is a gifted scorer, folks.
Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 8.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 11. For 3, Harris. Here's KD. Right side, Jordan. And Irving launches it from deep. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Clippers leading by 4. Beverly dishes to George. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
And on the way from Irving for three. Changes up. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the 3rd quarter. Irving against Beverly. Outside Irving. Jordan trying to free himself up. Second shot opportunity, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, somehow, some way, you got to keep Jordan away from the basket, because if you allow him to get it there, he's flushing.
And George, here we go. And Durant sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And that one is stuffed right through.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Pass to Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got 9.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Irving.
All Irving needs is just a little room to convert, and he's good to go.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. The Clippers also making some changes. And checked in, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. For the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris, and it's Kennard in for Kawhi Leonard. A shot by Harden, wide open. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead. 1:36 left in the 3rd quarter of the game.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right, got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Griffin finds Harden. Now Kennard. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Cousins. And no good that time. Great D that time from Green. And the jam by Harden.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Here's Jackson. Johnson with some nice D.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And now we've got the intentional foul. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. That's good from Green.
And the former Hoya Green, a ranging forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Leonard comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Rondo is doubled. Kicks it out to Leonard. The 3. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Harden outside. Here's Claxton. It's good. And the Nets lead by 2.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Nets ending. And And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's man in at the small forward.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
Irving with it. Brown outside. 6 to shoot. Rebound by the Clippers. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Kevin Durant comes in for Green, and it's James Harden in for Brown. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. Here's Irving. Basket counts. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Boy, how about that crafty drive by Irving, anticipating the contact and able to get around and through it.
Right side, Batum. Here's George. Some solid defense from Harris. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley comes in for Rajon Rondo. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Here's Jordan. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, overall now, in terms of defensive strategy, sending Jordan to the line is not as effective as it used to be. He's improved as a free throw shooter.
And so Jordan nails both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
That one goes in.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. KD on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Leonard with the steal. And George, here we go. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 2. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort in the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Luwawu is checked in for James Harden.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Timeout called the Nets. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
You know, he is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, we know what side he's on.
Thanks so much, David. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Zubac. And And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. Harden outside.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. And here's Leonard. On the wing, George. Back to Leonard. That one wide left.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Katie. Irving's got 11 in the second half. Outside, George. No good that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden. It's in!
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 4. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Patrick Beverly. There's 47 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Leonard. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Boy, and just look at what Leonard is doing.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart. And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for the Nets. Timeout called, the Nets. They're up by 2. There's 38 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And you've got to play aggressive defense here and deny any quick, easy look. Make them use as much shot clock as possible so they don't potentially have their last shot of the game.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Harden's checked in. Here's Rondo. Left side, Leonard. There. Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes, this is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now, here is Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's off.
You know, it's
the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And the fact that Leonard can pour it in like tonight, in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best two-way players we've ever seen.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with the The bustling city of Portland. And
well, guys,
he's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harden out there with Tyler Johnson. And it's Durant. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now Durant, following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. And here are the Blazers.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up, but I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back in playing. A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
A 3 from McCollum. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Johnson. Passes it to Harris. Johnson surveying the floor.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The pass to Nurkic. Anthony on the wing. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And a wide open look for McCollum. Off target from 3-point range. Nets have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Here's Johnson. It's not going to go for him. Good D by McCollum.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Pass to Carmelo. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. I mean, when Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Nurkic with the steal. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Robert Covington. Then for the Nets, Green comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Brown in for Johnson. And here's McCollum for three. Out to Anthony. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got 6 points.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Oh, yeah, you can hear the sigh of relief from here. Now they've got to build on that first bucket.
Now, here's Lillard. From deep. It's hauled in by Brown.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And here's Portland. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. And McCollum launches it from deep. They get the rebound. Cantor kicks to Powell. Cantor trying to free himself up. And that's good. Norman Powell for three.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside, KD. That one falls.
There was a time when people said Durant didn't finish well through contact. Those days are long gone.
Trailblazers leading by 9. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. From deep three-point range, and another three for Portland.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Harden surveying the D. Good work there as it goes.
Really like seeing Harden take it strong inside. So crafty in how he finishes near the bucket.
Portland's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. McCollum outside. And the Trailblazers, another three.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Green with the ball. He's against Cantor, and it's Green missing. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. 4 seconds left. Another shot, and he lays it up and in.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he stayed
humble beginnings. You know, I'm from.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Johnson is out there with Brown, and it's Durant. Then there's Griffin, and it's Claxton in at the power forward position. 6 on the shot clock. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And then Jones with the jam. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Simons. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Jones looking for an opening to the paint. Giles kicks to Cantor. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Nets trail by 12. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Trailblazers now. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Portland. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Irving. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Enes Kanter.
You gotta love how Irving slashes to the basket. So quick, so elusive, making the D hit him.
The Nets shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. And Robert Covington subbed in for Giles. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Johnson in for Luwawu. In the corner, Powell with it. And stolen by Irving. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Brown.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Jones drives in. Nurkic.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan. Just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
Clock at 6. Here's the teardrop on the basket by Jones.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
This is his first free throw of the game.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than average numbers.
For the Trailblazers, McCollum's checked in for Powell, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Then for the Nets, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Griffin. Joe Harris comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's James Harden in for Irving. Now here's Johnson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Fires the 3. The shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Nets trail by 10. Harris passes to Harden. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open. It's hard to find.
Lillard against Johnson. Lillard dishes to McCollum. And he uses the glass on the layup. McCollum's got 11 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jordan, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Jordan's got his second bucket of the game to go. Now McCollum. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They have an 8-point lead. Jack, how do you think Portland played?
They're in good shape.
Thanks for joining.
We play play through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Oh, man, what a tremendous first half. Okay, obviously he's feeling the flow, and he's looking to keep it going.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Here's Covington. It's the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Trailblazers lead by 6. Now, here's Shamet. Tight defense on him. Taken away by Anthony. Here's Lillard. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Lillard's got his third basket of the night.
But look at how quickly Lillard leaps out in transition. He wants to run down the throat of the D, burn him in the open floor.
Harris outside. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Harden. Here's Jordan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Norman Powell comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for McCollum. And Brooklyn making a change here. Griffin's checked in. Harden against Lillard. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it.
Irving's checked in for James Harden. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Mr. Everything. Durant can score it, pass it, do what you want to do. He can defend at a high level. So fun watching him play.
Lillard surveying the D. Fires the 3. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Irving against Lillard.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Powell, no one around him. Offensive rebound. Anthony kicks to Kanter. 3-pointer, Lillard. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
And what an athlete this guy is. Griffin making dunking look so easy.
Trailblazers leading by 9. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Lillard from outside gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
KD finds Irving. Tries Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. Jones is checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Green, he's checked in for Griffin. Joe Harris comes in for Brown. And it's Johnson in for Irving. That one goes. Count it. Lillard's got 13 points now in the quarter.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Johnson, the pass to Durant. Green kicks to KD. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Harry Giles comes in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. Simons, the pass to Giles. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Back to Powell. Just 2 to shoot. And the dunk by Powell.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
Drills it from outside. Here's Simons. Missed. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Harden. Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Johnson, and it's Harris in at the small forward position. Nets trail by 15. And here is Johnson. Harris outside. Shot clock at 5. Oh, good with the triple.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Throws it up high. It's stolen by Green. Harris inside. He's guarded by McCollum. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Harden's shot is off, and so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Harry Giles comes in for Robert Covington. Little, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Kevin Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving comes in for Tyler Johnson. Simons, the pass to Giles. Such a wide open look. Giles has got his first points in this one.
Great decision, great find. I mean, draws the double team and passes out of it to create the open look.
Irving kicks to KD. Back to Harden. Pass to KD. From downtown. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Jones in the post. Harris is there. Jones, no luck.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Durant with a wide open look. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
He must know that Durant is looking to score off the pass. He has such a quick trigger.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Passes it to Harden. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
He's not just an outside threat. Harden's a player who can score from anywhere.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Takes a three. Portland no good that time either.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Here's Giles. He's covered by Irving, and it's Giles missing.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
And then Durant with the jam.
Oh, nice slam right there from Durant to finish off the play. He's just really good at converting those plays strong.
And Cantor wide open. He shoots. Portland no good that time either. Nets trail by 11. Durant way outside. And Cantor pulls it down. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Out to the wing. Outside, Jones. Portland no good that time either. Nets have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Lobbed up there for KD. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lillard.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Johnson, that's for 2. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. It's McCollum on the wing. Lillard fires away from way outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage, and they're Let's look at our setting tonight. The picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So the net starting five. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Johnson. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. Now here is Holiday. Passes to Middleton. He can't get it to go. The Nets go the other way with it. Harris passes to Irving. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And a lot of attention on Antetokounmpo's offense, but don't sleep on the D. He can defend every part of the court and does it with intensity.
Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor.
As soon as Kyrie Irving crosses half court, you have got to guard him, and you've got to be balanced because this guy is an effective, dominant offensive presence.
Now here is Holiday, stolen by Durant. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. KD leading the charge. Was shot by Jordan, no good. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
Outside Irving. And he's good on the 3 ball. Irving's got 6.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
On the wing, Holiday. Covered by Irving. Holiday goes in. And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Johnson kicks to Irving. He dishes it to Harris. And a miss there on the triple.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane. And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Irving. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Irving against Holiday. And he makes good on the layup. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Holiday dishes to Lopez. Back to Holiday. And it's blocked by Jordan.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
Giannis passes to Middleton. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Outside Irving. No good on the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
You want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's Durant. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Brook Lopez.
Well, doesn't Kevin Durant like to put defenders on their heels, and he gets them to foul? Love it.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And then for Brooklyn, Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for Johnson. Now here's Middleton. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And we all know about Middleton's shooting ability, but don't underestimate his explosiveness at the rim.
Irving kicks to KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Tucker. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And Portis throws it down.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now here's Durant. And he comes up with the deuce.
Boy, just the silky smoothness of the release of Kevin Durant. What a treat to watch.
Here's Connaughton. Middleton outside. From deep. That shot off. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Bucks lead by 2. We've got more in store for you right after this. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown. And it's Green, then there's Griffin, and it's KD in at the small forward position. Nets trail by 4. Johnson kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. And Harden launches it from deep. The long-distance 3 is buried. Harden's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Teague deciding where to go with it. Here's Portis. 2 points. That one goes. Portis has got 6. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Luwawu, the pass to Harden. Nets passing it around. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. No good. That would have tied it. Bucks leading by 3. Here's Forbes. An easy 2 points on the layup. Forbes has got his first basket of the night.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Johnson, the pass to Green. Harden outside. There's the 3. Harden missing again. For Milwaukee, they've got a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And Forbes kicks to T. Back to Forbes. From downtown, it's stolen by Johnson. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do, find his open teammates.
Pass to Tucker. Here's Nora. At the top of the key, Forbes. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
It's Harden with hammering it in.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Outside Teague. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
And there's the pass to Harden. Launches it. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Giannis with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And he gets the bucket. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Great work from Lopez. Extends out past the defense. Great awareness.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. So it's Brooklyn now. KD on the wing. Here's Irving. And the shot goes in. Irving's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
I love that Kyrie Irving doesn't settle for something on the perimeter. He goes right to the cup.
Holiday finds Antetokounmpo. Lopez outside. Middleton for 3. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. The Nets have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Harris. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I think it might surprise people that Joe Harris does not mind contact on the interior. That's a nice shot. Wow.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
Oh, not a good look there, guys. No one near him, and he still clangs one off the rim.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They couldn't... And...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in its center. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Irving with a clean look, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, sometimes it's about shot selection. Kyrie Irving finds the weakness in the defense consistently.
Holiday surveying the floor. Back to Antetokounmpo. Lays it up and banks it in. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Irving for three. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys. I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he has been completely bothered.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Brown comes in for Johnson. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis and LeBrons who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project him to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
And the turnover again by Milwaukee. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Green, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. It's Brown on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. James Harden, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Johnson in for Irving. And here's Harden for 3. That's no basket. His 3rd miss in 8 tries.
And they continue to control the glass.
Teague, the pass to Portis. Griffin with the steal. Here's Luwawu. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And so he makes both from the line. 3rd quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside Teague. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Johnson. Harden can't hit. Milwaukee leading by 5.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Both good from the line that time. 58 seconds left here in the third quarter. Up top, Griffin. Harden outside. And he slams it down right on top of Bobby Portis.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for. As far as power forwards go, he has terrific vision.
Teague with the ball, and Griffin picks him up defensively. From the arc. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Nets trail by 5. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Bucks leading by 3. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Middleton looking it over. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range. No good on the shot. Good if it goes. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Milwaukee on top. They lead by 3. Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And the Bucks, they're shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Johnson. Brown out there with Irving. And it's Durant. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Johnson outside. Antetokounmpo against Irving. That 3 off the mark.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Out left to the wing. DiVincenzo with it. To the middle. Here's Lopez. And he banks in the layup. And now a 7-point Bucks lead.
Boy, love watching Brook Lopez go to work. Superb at playing to his strengths down on the box.
Irving kicks to Brown. Fires the 3. Up again. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Milwaukee leading by 5. Now DiVincenzo. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And Giannis throws it down.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Brown. And it's James Harden in for Johnson. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 7. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Guys, you have to love the way Irving uses his body to create contact inside and earn the trip to the stripe.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year. to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
Durant dishes to Harden. A three-pointer, no good.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Portis. Stolen by Durant. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple. Bucks leading by 8. Pass to Portis. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. And here's Holiday. Jordan with the block. Harden against DiVincenzo. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
Well, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Harden, no good. The Bucks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Holiday, the pass to Portis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight. Harris looking it over. Irving for 3. Let's keep it alive.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Bucks leading by 8. Outside Holiday. Left side Portis. Harden grabs the miss.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Gets the first. That narrows the gap to 7.
Now, Kevin Durant is an absolute nightmare for defenses. And if you're the opposing coach and he starts to take over, you've got to be thinking, what am I going to do with this guy?
Johnson, he's checked in for James Harden. And the Bucks with possession. They've led by as much as 10. Moving against Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. Is shot by Middleton. Wide open. And it's off from three-point range.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
And the dunk by Giannis.
Just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
And Irving launches it from deep. Frames it from downtown.
Now, when the game is on the line, Kyrie is the guy you want taking the shot. He is a stone-cold finisher.
Here's Antetokounmpo. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
So the net starting five. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Irving. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4-man position. Johnson outside. Harris passes to Durant. The 3. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Leonard got the ball.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Outside, KD. From outside, off the mark. Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Beverley finds Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
For a guy who is 6'3", Kyrie shows us he has great confidence playing inside. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Big effort there by Durant, a factor on the offensive boards when that's his focus.
Now here's Beverley. Out to Morris from past the arc. A second chance effort. Beverley the pass to Zubac. Irving against George. Shot clock at 2. Down low. Over Irving. And there's Paul George on the assist by Morris.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. He doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now here is Harris. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. 3 on 3. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Irving against Beverley. Durant down low. AT that time from Leonard. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Patterson comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Leonard on the wing. Now the pass to Zubac. George with no one around. And the three off target. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. Trailing here by 8. Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
If you allow Blake Griffin to get that close, the result, a dunk.
Outside Rondo. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. Good D by Johnson. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Nets trail by 6. Now Harden. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Jackson against Johnson. The drive by Jackson. Patterson passes to Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Harden the pass to Johnson. Kicks it out to Harden. Lays it up off the glass. Harden's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 4. We'll be back shortly. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Nets. Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown. Then there's Green. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. Stolen by Jackson. He's all alone. And here they go. And Cousins throws it down.
DeMarcus Cousins made sure that one went down. High percentage dunk for DeMarcus.
Irving dishes to Griffin. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And the Nets making a change here. Durant's checked in. The free throw drops for Griffin.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Kennard, the pass to Mann. Floats it up for Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Natural-born finisher, DeMarcus Cousins bringing the hammer.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. From the baseline. And the Nets miss again. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
And here is Irving. Shoots the 3. Kennard with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Irving kicks to Brown. Takes it from 10. Irving misses.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Man passes to Cousins. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. Then for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Joe Harris comes in for Jeff Green. And James Harden has subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Back to Brown. Nets passing it around. Just 5 on the clock.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
1:32 left in the second quarter. Harden with it. To halt the run. Here's Jordan. Goes back up. Tries yet again. He lays it in. Jordan's got his first points of the night.
One of the great rebounders in this league. When Jordan does score, this is often how it happens.
Here's Jackson. Passes to Morris. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. And that one drops for him. Cousins has got 10 points in the quarter.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Morris dishes to Cousins. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Man. Harden against Jackson. And block. That one goes careening off the glass.
Can't be careless with DeAndre is around. He slaps shots back with some real authority.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Harden the pass to Griffin. Back to Harden. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And that's now 6 points for James Harden. And here's George for 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. Checking out the Clippers. Shaq, what was your takeaway on the... And that...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Cousins has really been making it happen, guys.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Shot clock at 3. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts of maybe going in that direction. teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Any sharp guys in the NBA. Outside Durant. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They've led by as much as 10.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Durant kicks to Harris. On the wing, Irving. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First trip to the line for him here.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markeith, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Irving surveying the floor to stop the run. Again, Irving missing.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Patrick Beverly. Jeff Green is checked in for the Nets. Zubac's in the post. He's against Jordan. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Green, no luck.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And George with the stop.
One of the more instinctive passes over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
Outside Irving. This one for 3. They get it back. Jordan. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Clippers.
In the corner, George with it. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. George has got 11.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Looking to end his cold spell. And the layup good by Irving.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Zubats. And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Harris. James Harden, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Kyrie Irving. Leonard kicks to Kennard. George against Green.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Nets trail by 18. Pass to Harden. Back to Johnson. Griffin dishes to Green. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The pass to Johnson. Kennard against Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
In the corner, Kennard with it. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Great open look there. 11 points in the game.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
From deep, George. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 17.
The activity level from Patterson is what makes him such an impact on the floor.
It's Harden with the drive, and it's sent back by George. No good, shot missing. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He comes over. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. So for Brooklyn now, on out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Griffin, and it's Durant, and it's Claxton in at the 4. Kennard, the pass to Patterson. Back to Kennard. He feeds it to Patterson. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's foul number 2 for him. Zubac is checked in for Patrick Patterson. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. 17-point game. Back to Harden. Shoots from the corner. Misses off the right eye.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Beverly dishes to Jackson. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Brown the pass to Harden. From deep. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 19. Brown kicks to Griffin. Claxton the pass to Harden. Gregor, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Here's Jackson. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And that one drops. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And a change for the Nets. Irving's checked in. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Outside Irving. From deep. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
There's 1:54 left to play in the final quarter. Jackson passes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in.
Paul George.
Lets it go with the 3. And it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Durant.
I love how Durant keeps his eyes up, scanning for someone with a better look.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Looking to get back on track here. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
When Durant gets inside, 9 times out of 10, he's going to score or get fouled.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Now here's Beverly. There's a minute left in the fourth. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris. A putback, and George able to finish. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
George double teamed. He kicks to Morris. Back to George. Now Leonard. On the wing, Morris. And the 3 ball is good.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Here's Harden. Good work there as it goes.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...